Training versus nature. An important definition when discussing the topic of training versus nature is socialization. As stated by Conley, socialization is the process by which individuals internalize the values, beliefs, and norms of a given society and learn to function as members of that society. This concept is useful for understanding how people become functioning members of society. I found a quote using the training versus nature topic in the Conley article. Conley states, "Twins living hundreds or even thousands of miles apart may simultaneously experience the same pain in their right arms. Score 1 point for nature." Take another set of twins, however, who were separated at birth in the early 1900s. One of them was raised as a Jew and the other became a Nazi. 1 for nurture. To better understand this quote, I translated the quote into my own words. The nature perspective is demonstrated in the quote because, biologically, the twins are identical, so can feel the same sensations. The nature perspective refers to any biological trait or quality you are born with. The nurture perspective is demonstrated through the twins that were separated at birth. They grew up in 2 different environments, and that shaped who they are and how they act. Next, I decided to compare and contrast these 2 perspectives and evaluate their claim. The nature and nurture perspectives are theories used to describe how we become the people we do. The nature perspective is used to describe human behavior that can be explained by biological or innate qualities. In contrast, the nurture perspective, synonymous with the trained perspective, can describe the behavior that is learned from experiences over time. The nature perspective is more identified with the self, whereas the nurture perspective is more the product of the self reacting to its environment. I believe these perspectives have a strong claim on describing behavior because depending on what behavior you are looking at, one of these perspectives could explain it. An example of the nature perspective can be seen within the popular Marvel comic Captain America, when Steve Rogers is injected with an experimental serum that genetically transforms him into a nearly perfected human, becoming Captain America. His genes are modified for him to operate with maximum intelligence, speed, and strength. This displays the nature perspective because Steve Rogers becomes a whole new character as Captain America, with his newfound intelligence, physique, and stamina from the genetically modifying serum. An example of the nurture perspective can be seen in The Giver. In this book, the society is forced to believe certain things and suppress their feelings. The only person that feels the past's pains and pleasures is the giver. People in the society would be able to fear and experience pain if they knew what it was, but they don't because of the strict control placed on them. This controlled environment commands how the society acts and thus affecting how people become who they are.
Created using Powtoon.